Hello folks, welcome to the video, and with the news reaffirmed now that Aston Martin is retaining its pairing of Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel, it means for certain that the only seat left in F1 for 2022 is the Alfa Romeo seat alongside Valtteri Bottas. And that's an interesting point to make, because it seems like it's a done deal, what with contracts always being like, well, multi-year or something like that. But something that we've seen more and more in F1 recently, or more and more openly in F1 recently, shall I say, is the idea that these multi-year contracts are X plus X, or X plus Y, shall I say. Like, Alonso's was reported as a 2-year deal, was actually a 1+1, which has been enacted by Alpine. Sebastian Vettel's, we were told, was a multi-year deal. Turns out it was a 1+ whatever. So it's had a plus whatever clause attached to it, which I find really fascinating. I really do, because it also it makes me think back to how Sebastian Vettel was announced at Racing Point last season, to become Aston Martin for this season, and how that didn't look so up in the air, but it actually was, because it looked for ages like it was Checo was going to stay because he had such a long-term deal. But what this reaffirms now is F1 is so volatile, its driver market is so changing, that these lengthy contracts, they mean nothing. So Charles Leclerc contracted to the end of 2024 is it now? That could be thrown up in the air, that could be torn up. There are so many drivers. Verstappen's on a long-term contract as well. That could be torn up and thrown away. Even George Russell's newest deal with Mercedes, that could be torn up and thrown away. And it's weird to think that. And maybe this makes the case that F1 should be more accessible, more financially viable for more teams, Because at the end of the day, I don't think people are particularly fussed about the 20 cars being what F1 has to be, or the 26, which I think is still the current legal limit. If we were in a situation like IndyCar and NASCAR where it was more affordable and we had 30 or even 40 people entering, maybe in part-time programs or something like that, I think F1 could do really well from it. At the end of the day, is it really the pinnacle of motorsport when most people who you could argue should be at the best of motorsport can't compete? That's my case. WEC, Formula E, WRC. And there are so many different series where the top of the ladder is so attainable, or to some degree attainable, at least part-time. You don't see that in F1. And maybe, just maybe, that's where it's going wrong. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.